Hello. So today I'm going to be showing you how to airbrush this eye look, which is the perfect pop of color for transitioning into a new season. So if you are interested, please keep watching. So to start this look off, I'm going to start by applying Cinnabar to the outer corner of the lid. And I'm just going to go ahead and start from the base of my eye to the transition area, and the transition area for me is just the natural fold of my lid. I'm just going to go ahead and lightly increase the intensity of the color just by lightly pulling back on the lever. Once I have the color that I desire on the lid, I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bit to the lower lash line just for some depth of color. Next, I'm going to be taking Harvest Pumpkin and I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the transition area, which is just the natural fold of my lid just above it. And I'm just going to go ahead and extend it from the outer corner of the lid and blend that all the way through toward the inner corner. Now I'm just going to keep on applying color until I reach the depth of color that I'm looking for just by adding layer after layer. Then I'm also going to go ahead and apply some to the lower lash line once again, just to go ahead and increase the depth of color on the lower lash line as well. So if this is the first time you're watching one of my eyeshadow videos, my compressor dial is at 10 o'clock, and when I apply layers of color, I'm just lightly pulling back on the lever repeatedly just to go ahead and make sure that I do not release too much and cause any overspray. Next, I'm going to be taking Fawn Brown and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to the outer V and blend that in toward the natural fold of my lid. Now I don't want to put this too much in the transition area, but I do want everything to be very nicely blended, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this in light strokes until I reach the amount of depth that I'm looking for. Okay, and once I feel like I got the amount of depth that I'm looking for, I'm just going to take my shadow shield and I'm going to put it to the bottom of my eye here. I'm just going to go ahead and connect the lower lash line to that outer V, just to make sure that everything's nice and blended all the way around my eye. Now once I'm done applying Fawn Brown, I'm going to take gold and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to my brow bone as a highlight very lightly, because of course I just want this to be seen in the light or when the light hits my eyes. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my tear ducts, just putting it in like a sweeping motion up toward the transition area where I ended with the Harvest Pumpkin. And just make sure to step back and look to make sure that things are even. If they're not, just go ahead and even them out, because you don't want one tear duct to be brighter than the other. And then I'm just going to continue to feather it up. Then I'm going to apply it from the inner corner of the lid and blend it into the Cinnabar. That's close to the mid lid here. Now I don't want to cover it all the way, but I do want everything to be nicely blended. So just take it easy on this step and just feather it in the direction that you want it to go, and just make sure to stay light on the lever. That way you don't overspray on any of the other shades. Next, I'm going to take my shadow shield one more time and just protect my under eye area and apply gold to the inner corner of my lower lash line, attaching it from the tear duct into any of the other shades that I have on the lower lash line, like the Harvest Pumpkin or the Cinnabar, etc. So once I have that all set, I'm just going to go ahead and take Jet Black and my Cat Eye Stencil, and I'm just going to apply my airliner like so. If you want more details on how I do airliner, like a step-by-step, I will have links to those videos in the description box below, because if you know me and my eyeshadow videos, I usually go through this lining process really quick and I don't really explain too much of it. So those videos are there to help you and walk you step by step if you are interested in doing airliner. Once you're finished with the upper lash line, you just want to go ahead and add a little bit of airliner to the lower lash line just by spraying through the lashes on the outer corner. Then just top it off with a little bit of mascara and you are all good to go. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.